My name is Cartoon Vic. You can call me Vic if you want. Welcome to my first stream. Well, it's more of a proto-stream actually. I'm hoping everything can be heard alright and I'm not too loud or too quiet. Well, let's get started. Since this is just a easy proto-stream, I'm just gonna draw some random cookie run characters I get on a wheel spinner. And I already did a wheel spin quick, and the first one's Milk Cookie. So let's get started. I'm just using a reference picture real quick while drawing these characters because there's so many of them. It's hard to memorize all their designs. Any ones in the chat, just go on and say hi. I would love the interaction. Been a while since I've used Krita. Okay, that works. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna start him. He's one of the softer characters. I just sort of want to do profiles there of the characters, so I don't want to go like full body. Because I want to. This stream isn't going to be very long. It's going to be a couple, like probably hour and a half at most. Just the size of my pencil. I think I'll make his features a little bit softer. Oh, the glove I have on is not doing me any favors. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That's much better. I think I'm gonna give him a rounder face. Because he's, like I said before, he's a very soft character. But he's also meant to be like a defense. Let me double check my facts here. Yes, he is a defense. Okay, so I was right the first time. Imagine him being like in his like mid-20s, maybe early 30s. He could be younger. But I imagine him being pretty young compared to some of the cookies. I'm just gonna start with a rough sketch. It'll get more refined once I go into like actually refining it, so. I do like his hair. He would have like very wavy, curled hair. Realistically, I mean that's what his cookie has. Ugh, my gloves are still causing me issues. Won't be very long. Maybe he would have an undercut. Let's give him an undercut. don't know if my mic's in a good placement or not. Like I said, this tech week, I am literally flying by the seat of my pants, so... My drawing skills are a little bit rough right now. I haven't really been drawing much. Listen, hi, Neonia. Hi. I'm doing alright. Can you see my screen? Like I said, I'm playing by the seat of my pants here. I just want to make sure you can actually see my, well, I'm drawing, Milk Cookie here from Cookie Run Kingdom. One of the soft boys. Ugh. Thank you very much. I've noticed this with a lot of streamers. Their chats can be delayed, so if I answer late, I am so sorry. Oh. Getting a little bit of performance anxiety. Very happy to have some eyes on my stream right now. Gives me a little bit of guide and help. Oh god, I almost pulled down my microphone. Oh. My cat's chilling with me. Sitting on his cat tower. He's being my emotional support right now. I guess for those of you who don't know, I have a cat. His name is Simba. He's a menace. No, okay, no. So I'm trying to figure out where to go from here. Let's maybe try some refining sketching. Or maybe at least get some of the shoulders in. But yeah, I just plugged this into a random wheel spinner, and I just plugged into a random wheel spinner, spun the wheel for whatever Cookie Run Kingdom character, and I ended up getting Shadow Milk Cookie first. Not Shadow Milk, Milk Cookie. Sorry, I've been seeing a lot about Shadow Milk Cookie on social media, especially, it's like, I think Lady in Azure costume, and honestly, like, love that. I got a little bit of the funny clown cookie on the brain. Well, he's more of a jester anyways. But I got some funny jester cookie on the brain. I didn't mean to pull out the wheel. Color wheel. Go away. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's go on to the lining. add his hat later. I can add his hat later. That's too similar. Round out his skin a little bit more. Naomi, I don't know if you're still here, but I am, as I said, I'm drawing Monkey, and I imagined, if you know anything, I don't know if you know anything about the game, but I imagine this character being between, like, being pretty young compared to quite a few of the characters in Cookie Run Kingdom. He's definitely one of the younger characters. At least I imagine so. He would be at least like maybe mid-20s, maybe even early 20s. One of the bad things about having a touchscreen computer, it is very touchy, and I don't mean that as a pun. Ugh. I'm doing my fan on. I am wearing something that's very hot, and I forgot that I don't have my fan on me. I will overheat. Okay, that's better. I hope it's not getting picked up in the background. I don't know how many characters I'm gonna draw. I mean, like I said, we'll see how far I get. Maybe I'll just deal with the sketches right now and then refine them in another stream. We'll see. Because like I said, this is like tech week for me, or like, I don't know when I'm gonna stream next, but I keep saying a lot. I need to stop. I think after I sort of finish the sketch for this, I'll move on to another character, and we'll see who I get next. I didn't set up a screen that would show the wheel spinner, so I'm sorry about that. I probably should have, but I swear to you, I am not cheating. I am spinning them once, and I am pulling them, and I am pulling up a reference image and then going from there. Reminds me of having like the 1930s nurses hat. Also, if I don't notice your comment right away, it's because I have everything set up on a separate monitor. My primary monitor with what I'm drawing on is in front of me. So chat and everything is off to the side. This hat is not coming out how I want it to. been drawing, I have an iPad that I've been drawing on a lot more, so I'm a little rusty on the computer. I used to draw on the computer all the time. Until I got my iPad, and then I started drawing on that. And well, I haven't been drawing a lot. I finished my senior film, and then I just sort of like crashed. I've only been recently getting back into drawing after like almost a month. Of not drawing at all. As you probably saw, I have a banner that is in the works. It is not finished. I currently have more details I'm adding to it. It'll look better than this. It really will. But yeah. So, like I said, Tech Week, it's going to be a lot of refining, a lot of learning, a lot of trying not to repeat myself as much as I am this stream. But like I said, it's performance anxiety. By the way, if you have any questions about my character, my little PNG tuber, feel free to ask. Okay, I think that's a good sketch for a start. Give that sort of innocent milk cookie vibes. I'll definitely need a, like, his headband hat thing. I'll have to figure out how to draw that a little bit better. But like I said, it's just starting with a sketch. Why did my music stop? Oh, okay. Okay. I'll refine this later. So right now we're just gonna group those two layers. Group these layers. Group. Group. Get this up here. And let's name it Milk Cookie. Do some rearranging real quick. One thing about me that is a flaw is that I am a little bit of a perfectionist. So if I seem to be fussing over something, I am so sorry. Oh, I grabbed the reference too. Whoopsie! I had to grab these two. No, that's the wrong layer. Okay, what is where? Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. Okay, that's the reference layer. Move that there. Grab these two. And this, people, is a good example as to why you label your layers. Otherwise, you lose track of everything, and it makes everything so much harder. we gonna get? Woo! Cherry cookie! Here we go. He's ready for a cherry bomb! I am pulling these images off the web. I recently went to onto the wiki page though, so I'm pulling some images off there as reference. Cherry Bomb, she is definitely like one of the child cookie characters. At least. Probably, I imagine, between the age range of 13, maybe 12. Definitely young teen. But these are cookies, and they don't age. Well, at least I don't think they do. Yet again, there is dark cocoa and dark choco cookie, who are apparently father and son. Oh yeah, she is a younger cookie because she's Cherry Blossom's younger sister. I always forget that. Okay. I sort of like Cherry cookie. Just because, like, of the reference it makes to, like, whenever I see, like, anything to do with cherry bombs, I always think of that one song. I referenced it earlier. And also this is good practice because there is a lot of variety in Pokemon Kingdom when it comes to character ages. So it'll help me with, like, pursuing features of, like, both older and younger characters. And I feel like that's good for, like, warm-up. Especially if you're a character artist. I prefer to call myself a character artist. I'm definitely not a background artist. I really struggle with backgrounds. Which is probably something I could practice on stream at one point, but we'll see. We'll see how just streaming goes in the first place. Excuse me. Had a little bit of a hiccup there. My gato disappeared. Got him. Never mind. Hey! Hi! Hello! Hello, everybody! How's everyone? Oh, okay. I was worried about that. I was worried my music was too loud. Okay, I'm going to go turn my music down. Is that better? That's not. It's not a crab. It's a cookie. It's from a game called Cookie Run Kingdom. It's a gacha game where you collect all these different cookies and it follows a storyline, and it's very much a like fantasy RPG. Do you want me to do that in OBS or in or through where I'm streaming the music? Okay, give me a minute. OBS. Okay. Well, right now my settings for that is like negative 60 decibels for my desktop audio, and then okay, my voice volume. I always forget which ways. Oh, okay. It, am I too loud now? Is this better? Thank you, thank you. I am an fish alien. Well, aquatic-based alien. I just say fish alien because I find it funnier. I think I'm too loud. No, I'm not picking yet, so okay. Can you still hear my desktop audio? Or the music that I'm playing? Okay. Back to it. Okay, you personally know I am a very loud person. I'm just worried that I'll speak too quietly. Why? Okay, stop. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, Bean. Is that better? Yeah, you've told me about that. I followed that one video you sent me. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad about that. I'm good. Okay, now back to drawing. I know who's spamming the emojis. Okay. I drew the face. I need to rotate it a little bit. Won't lie, some of this music that I put on, it sort of sounds like it would be in Cookie Run Kingdom. For those of you that play, I hope you agree with me. I think you would agree with me. I just like to draw the ear as sort of like a marker because it helps with the positioning of the hood. It'll help with the positioning of the hood. I really love Cherry Cookie's design because it reminds me of Red Riding Hood, but with a gremlin twist. Yay! I'm glad about that. I played around a lot with Viato a couple months ago to make sure that, like, when I would start streaming that my model wouldn't be glitching out. I had to do a lot of playing around with the green screen area to make sure that my character didn't disappear as well. Cute little pigtails going on. Bang's got some curls. I definitely put the face positioning too high. It's like wigging me out. But you know what? Part of being an artist is working with what you got. And sometimes that means working with the mistakes. You know what? Sometimes mistakes do turn out great. Like Bob Ross says, sometimes there can be happy little accidents. I believe that's Bob Ross. I know Bob Ross mostly from memes. You're drawing the goat right now? Oh god. I keep almost pulling down my mic. Hey, sometimes delays come up. We know that. Especially in the world of animation. Ah! I pulled down my mic! Ugh. It's my headphone cord. It keeps catching on my leg when I shift. I need to move where it's located. Okay, that should be better. That should be better. Let's get her neck in there. That'll help. I hope y'all are just vibing. Thanks again for joining the stream. Like I said, this is gonna be pretty chill. Oh, this is the character that I sketched before. It's Milk Cookie. I forgot to show that to the new audience members. get the handle of this streaming thing eventually. Like everything, it takes practice. God, this pigtail's not wanting to work with me. Okay. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Got her cute little skull on her bow. But my eventual plan is to maybe do some games on this channel. I don't want to primarily be a art channel. I think it'd be fun to have some games where I just like unwind and chill with chat. I've entered her grin being very, very maniacal, a little unhinged, but I believe Cherry Cookie is like one of the more unhinged characters. But yet again, she is a child, and sometimes children can be unhinged. I know I was an unhinged child. I was a little menace. You see little things. This is like a sort of indication of her little Sorry, excuse me, folks. I need to take a bathroom break. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I was just rotating my screen. I just suddenly forgot. Oh wait, yeah, I was using the touch screen. Anyways, how's everybody's day going? It's like... So everyone's day is going good? Since Cherry Bomber Cookie's a little bit is a bomber character, and she's more on the chaotic side of personality, I want to mix her younger features with some sharp details. Because as Cookie Run fans, we all know, Cherry Cookie will take any chance to blow something up if she is given the opportunity. Sometimes without permission. We love the little pyromaniac, I guess. Actually, those of you who are watching, put in the chat, who's your favorite Cookie Run character if you play? Let me know. Love to talk some Cookie Run Kingdom lore since my first tech stream is drawing, just sketching Cookie Run Kingdom characters. Oops. I've always sort of wanted to draw my own interpretations of the cookies. I did draw some of them when I first started playing. I drew Mushroom Cookie, Hot Cocoa, and oh, I'm blanking on her name. Okay, yeah, it's Raspberry Cookie. Use a darker red to outline our hood. I think I'm gonna have to put her bow up a little bit higher, but we'll see, we'll see. Probably should have drawn the latch first and then the hood. You know what? You can break art rules sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta say the heck with it and follow your gut. Or play around with the mistakes, because sometimes it can come out all jolly good. Need to put that further down. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to move the positioning of her bow. Let's use a darker pencil. Too thick. Still too thick. alright. It's because I'm using a darker pencil. Just do a little bit of cleanup. Just to get some more sense of the character here. I'm a very messy sketch artist, but you guys can probably tell. I try and work loose and fast, but I also have an issue with going too detailed too fast. I've gotten better. I will say I have gotten better about not going too detailed too fast. But I like to just get the general, like, idea down. So that way I'm like, okay, what am I looking at? What do I want? How do I want the detail? How is this coming out of my head? I just realized she sort of reminds me of the sheep from Zootopia with how I drew her. You know, the mayor's assistant. Okay. Pull that in. I wonder if the hood is more like a head wrap, despite it being a cape. Or maybe she just cuts slits into it that she pulls her pigtails through? I can imagine her putting slits in it so she can pull her pigtails through. Wait, I have a better idea. Let me erase that. Let me pull her ear forward. Ah! Okay. So a little backstory. I have always wanted to try streaming. I always saw it and I thought, oh, it's really, really, really cool. And also, I like to work when I am around other people. I don't know why, but it helps me. Well, I know why, but I just always found it more calming. If I'm just, like, sitting around other people, and, like, also having conversation with them. I like having conversations with people. At least people I'm working with. And also, it can provide you with more thought for food. Food for thought. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. You can turn to the other person and ask, hey, what do you feel is missing here? And it's like, you guys can have a conversation. You can get the feedback that you may want. That's why I do it, at least. Okay, this sort of works. Ooh. Sorry, I just saw a notification for Art Fight. I am so excited for July. I need to actually buckle down and work on Art Fight references. But I'm gonna do that on my iPad. I still haven't figured out if I'm able to like HDMI in my iPad up to share the screen, or if that is possible with what I have right now. Get rid of that. Oh, that is looking much better. Maybe soften out her cheek a little bit. I might go on. It's about almost 1 hour 30 minutes into the stream. I might go for another 30 minutes and then call it, because I want to draw at least one more. I want to sketch at least one more character. Right now, it's mostly been the earlier editions of Cookie Run characters so far. I sort of like where that's about. Like I said, I plan on refining these sketches on a later date. Yeah, I like where that's about. Okay. The ear definitely needs moved over, but for the eye might need moved over. But enough about that. Let's group these together. Cherry cookie. Okay. Okay, now number 3. Let's check it out. Okay. Who are we doing? Wizard cookie. Okay, so we're doing one of the stars of the game. I thought you were preparing for the big move to Colorado. By the way, I'm moving on, and I just did a wheel spin, and I got another, like, early cookie, and it's Wizard. I got one of the, like, starters in the spin. I am very, very amused right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, my music stopped again. Wizard cookie, let's go. Okay. Wizard. Now, Wizard cookie, my personal feelings for him. I love his design. It's very much a Merlin-esque design, and I feel like he's supposed to sort of poke fun at him, or like wizards in general. And it cracks me up. Cause he's just sort of the one who's just trying to that's the wrong one. Okay. He just sort of puts up with the antics between Gingerbrave and, like, he's very much a prideful character. Again, another one of the younger characters. At least mid-20s. Still has a lot to learn when it comes to magic, even though he acts like a know-it-all. But hey, when we're young, sometimes we feel like we do know it all, when we actually really don't. I know I've been guilty on that more than one occasion. But you know what? That's what helps us to learn from our mistakes. By the way, how is the Colorado move going? Bean? Really? He does not strike you as a young man? I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I can see it though. Everyone has their own interpretations on the cookies though. That's a scarf. Bean, that's a scarf. That's a scarf, Bean. At least I'm pretty sure it's a scarf. Yeah, that's a scarf. Okay. He is definitely one of those characters that are more on the triangular side. For those of my watchers who don't really know much about art or like shape language in art, shapes do play a lot of indication. What do you mean, huh, Bean? Anyways, so like triangles, you see those a lot with like evil characters. Like look at Maleficent, look at okay, I can't really think of any other characters. Jafar. Like look at a lot of Disney villains. Like they use a lot of like triangles for their villains. But I'm not saying that Wizard Cookie is a villain. I'm just saying he's very intelligent. Because also, triangles can be used for very smart characters. Sort of like the phrase that's one sharp cookie. Pun semi-intended. Yeah, he sort of Wizard Cookie's whole shtick is that he's sort of meant to be a character that pokes fun at wizards. Why am I hearing? I'm hearing an echo. Did my thing somehow on me? What? Oh, by the way, the only reason I'm having such a short stream, or like, well, there's a couple reasons actually. One, I am new to streaming. I don't want to be too ambitious as a beginner. Two, I have Dungeons and Dragons later. We have not had a session in a couple months, and I want to play. Yes, it is fun. I get to be my fun moth character. I am so happy. my chaotic moth person. I play a warlock in that campaign. I'm not quite a moth folk. I'm actually a homebrew species that is, let me clarify that. That is called Lapali. I'm getting all the curly haired characters today. And basically, Lapali are like Feyborn, or from the Feywild, except we are in a setting called Ravenloft, and my character's from a setting in the campaign called the Carnival. They were born there. And the whole shtick with them is that they are they are oblivious to the outside world. They, like many people in the carnival, they have not really left. Well, let me rephrase that. People who have left the carnival, they have, or are from outside the carnival. But my character was specifically born in the carnival and really hasn't ever left. That is until the start of the campaign, where they just sort of got whisked away by some crazy magic house. We don't know what the deal with the house is. We all just know we just got poofed into a random place in the setting. And now we're just all stuck with each other. But my character doesn't really know how to enter, social structure outside of the carnival. So they're very extravagant about stuff. And it's not necessarily that they lack social skill. It's more so that I'm not explaining this well. So my character's high intelligence, high charisma, let me pull up my character sheet real quick. Which I should probably do that anyways. So I have it for later. By the way, oh, my computer. My computer! Don't crash, please! This is going bad. I think I have too many stuff open, so I'm just gonna leave the. Oh, there we go. It loaded. Nothing broke. Nothing broke. Yahaha, give me that. Okay, so my character has high intelligence, a decent wisdom, high charisma. So they don't lack social skills, but they do lack understanding outside of the carnival. They are very extravagant performer. They love to perform. Maybe a little too much sometimes. And so far, they are in this situation just sort of like trying to go with the flow. But it's hard when you don't really know much about the world outside of the carnival. And it's gotten them into some trouble with the group members. Like, Nocturno will sometimes wander on their own. And now is practically being babysat. Well, right now we're actually in the middle of battle in our current, where we last left off. I'm not swaying this well. Ugh. It's hard. It's hard to explain when you don't like have an explanation set up right off the bat. Anyways, I'm moving on. I'm drawing on too much about campaign, despite the fact I could talk about it for God knows how long. Actually, I want to make the scarf cover half of his face. Want to really bunch it up there. Because that's sort of what it does in his design. It sort of like covers the lower half of his face. Okay, Bean, if you're still here, I think I've had this scarf conversation with someone else before. About Wizard Cookie, who stuck his scarf for a beard. Because I'm having like the feel of deja vu. I do have one input. Okay, so Licorice Cookie and Wizard Cookie, 100% rivals. 100%. They are both super petty. This graph makes no sense. And also, they both are very much like have the know-it-all attitude. But I am gonna say, I actually love Licorice Cookie more than I do Wizard Cookie. Just because of how petty freaking Licorice Cookie can be. Go back and put that beard on. Oh, I'm peeking, sorry. I didn't mean to shout so loud. I'm gonna fix that a little bit. Okay, come on. Okay, so that should be better. Okay. I mean, you should. Are you gonna go back and add the beard? Oh, for those of you who don't know, Bean is another streamer and a friend of mine in real life. She streams Minecraft and other games like Stardew. She is very funny. She is very energetic. Check her out when you get the chance. Little shout out to her. She's really helped me through getting this whole thing set up. Also, Bean does animatics and is an artist too. Mostly he does Hermitcraft, if you happen to know what that is. But they also do other art and have actually created their own webcomic, which is currently on the back burner for them right now. Sorry I didn't do an introduction sooner, Bean. Oh my god, I can't believe it took me this long to notice. The little chip in his cone hat is shaped like a W. Oh my god. That's hilarious. We're nearing up on the end of the stream here, guys. I imagine Wizard Cookie having a very pouty resting face. And he's definitely one of those characters with really thick eyebrows. The ones that are really expressive. But he's definitely the one that, like, there's a lot of similarities I could probably pair between Licorice and Wizard from what I know about them. Wizard is sort of like, in a way, very similar, but also like the polar opposite of Licorice Cookie. Sort of like how Shadow Milk Cookie is sort of like a polar opposite to Vanilla Cookie. Pure Vanilla Cookie. I could probably go into a whole, like, my whole points of it, but like I said, we're nearing the end of the stream. I don't want to go over time. It'll probably have to be saved for the next test stream. I definitely need to brush up on my cookie run lore, especially with the new Eternal Sugar cookie update. I am very, very behind in the fandom right now. Okay. My loose interpretation of Wizard Cookie. Yay! Way to go, Bean. When do you plan on posting it? Oh my god. You were incredibly lucky that it didn't die. Okay, I gotta say this. I don't know why, but the way I drew Milk Cookie reminds me of Laios from Delicious in Dungeon in a way. It might just be me though. Okay, we got 2 minutes left on the stream. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. To desktop. folder. Stream mark. And then stream. Proto. Stream 01 6 9 925. Okay. CRK. We're here. No, that's good. Oh, it's not a valid name. Oopsie. Okay. 060 609 25. There we go. But yeah, here's what we all drew this stream, or sketched out at the very least. Milk cookie, cherry cookie, and wizard cookie. Well, anyways, I'm gonna call this a wrap, and thank you all for joining me for my first Proto-Stream. I'm probably gonna do 2 or 3 more of these, just to, like, get the hang and handle of stuff. Thanks for everyone who joined. I appreciate the beginning support. Have a nice rest of your evening.